Welcome back then to another Shine Crafting Slot. Our Queen of Craft is here. Hello, my darling.
Hello.
It's Candy Nicholson, everyone. And you know, Candy regularly takes us through how to make the complicated uncomplicated. And with Father's Day in mind, what have you got in mind today?
I thought I'd do some quite simple Father's Day cards. Yeah.
Sounds good for me.
What I've got is some really easy pre-printed die-cut decoupage sheets. And what they are, we've got these from crafting.co.uk.
Okay.
And there's, I think, 10. I've actually used some of these before in demos we've used before.
Oh, okay.
But what I kept was the fancy ones, the ones that are suitable for chaps. And that's what we're going to do today.
Okay, super.
Very simple.
So you can see the die cuts there with the motorbikes. Motorbikes are always a theme of cards for guys. And
They are.
I still, at the age of 24 3/4, I still get birthday cards which have cars or boats on them for some reason.
It is actually quite difficult to make cards for men, and
Yeah.
the craft industry is really working hard to make more trendy images and more funky images.
Yeah.
And they're doing really well.
They're great, actually.
But also the traditional images of cars and boats and planes and things all still work.
Well, they're manly things, aren't
Yeah.
they? My dad's into motorbikes, still the old vintage motorbikes. See him. I'm going to see a display this weekend
Right.
of brilliant motorcycle stunt work in Lancaster. Anyhow, right, how do we start?
Right, well, we're going to do something a little bit like this one here.
Okay.
And what we've done is when you pop out the sheets, they actually come with an outie and an innie.
Okay.
So you've got
Let's just lift those up to where the card
Yep.
is. There you go.
the borders,
Yeah.
and then you've also got the innie bits.
The bits in the middle.
Yeah.
Right, okay.
So
you'll-
I've just used a couple of random pieces there to make that, rather than
Okay.
go with the sort of traditional smaller and smaller and smaller and smaller.
Okay.
So that's what we've done.
So what you end up with, I don't know if you can see that from the side, you can end up with a card that's kind of raised up. So there's different levels
Yeah.
that work down. So you're kind of stepping up and stepping down, aren't you? That's this
And we use
layering
3D
method.
foam for that.
Ah, right, okay.
Yeah.
Fantastic.
You can use silicone glue, but wet glue, live TV, not good.
Okay. It's a good effect though, isn't it? Because you
It
really
is,
get the
it
dimensions
is.
here. All of the clouds and things kind of seem to change as you move it around, don't they?
Yeah, so I've taken this image, which is a train.
Okay.
And what I've done is I've backed it all on some foil card.
Yep.
So all the pieces I've done. And what we can do is just pop a little piece of foam. If you can see, there's probably about 1 millimetre dimension.
Yep.
And if we pop these onto the back,
Okay.
we'll pinch that one. And then if you want to peel the backs off for me, that would be brilliant.
Okay, so you want me to just take the little backings
Yeah.
off? Okay. So there's one. So all you need to do once you've stuck these on is just take the little papers off the back.
Yeah. You can get these in different sizes.
Okay.
For speed, I've used big ones, but you can get like really
Yep.
little half centimetre
And
ones.
this is great. This is something you can get get involved with the children.
Yeah.
They can all get involved in something like this, can't they?
Yeah. Now, what we're actually going to do is pop it on. Do you remember when we did our spring cards?
Oh yeah, the
you
ones
remember?
that kind of spring
That's
forward
it.
and
Well, I've not totally folded it yet, so we can just do a refresher on it.
okay,
If you remember, we want double the length by the width.
okay, yeah,
All right. And then what we've done is scored it in the middle, scored it at a quarter, and folded there.
Yep.
And then we've gone from there to there, which would be halfway along again.
okay,
Scored there, and then cut off those two bits.
yeah,
And then when we fold here, and we fold on that bit, it'll then
it'll then
sit like
spring
that.
down,
And
yeah.
what we'll do is just take the double-sided, and then we can,
and then just secure
and it
it
sits
down.
like that.
Okay. So that's what you end up with. There's the finished spring card, if you like, but that's been stuck down, which is brilliant.
I've put a bit of double-sided on the back of this one. So what we can do is
You
just...
need a pair of these tweezers, don't you, to sort
I use
that
my
out?
tweezers all the time. And then we'll pop that on right in the middle. And then what
Oh,
we're
that's
going
good.
to
At
do
different angles.
is in smaller sizes.
Yep.
We're going to pop these on.
Let's show you what we've done so far so you can
Yep.
see it as we go along. Okay,
If we line up the picture,
okay.
If you look over the top, it makes it a lot easier to do. There we go. Do you want to do the next one?
Oh, it's a big responsibility, but I'll try. I'll try. I'll have a go. Right,
If you look right over it, then you get a good angle on it rather than sort of a slant. Marvellous.
I think I've got it. Look,
Yep.
look. Let me show you. Look, I did that middle one.
Well, come on then. Do the rest.
Oh, okay. I've got some more to do. Okay, she's going to really work me now. Right, okay, here we go. Let's go another one then. So again, you just look from the top so you get a good eye and keep everything in line.
I mean, if I've put the mirror card behind it, so obviously you've got that image.
Yeah.
But what we could do, if I take the ones out of this sheet here, we can then pop them up onto that motorbike one.
Oh, look at that. Look. How good is that? There you go, look. That's not too badly lined up at all, is it? For an amateur.
Well done.
That's very good. Because, of course, Candy's a professional. She's been doing it for, well, not long, because she's only 23 and a half herself. But you've had a lot of experience. It's what you do, isn't it?
Yeah, this is what I do. When you pop these out,
very, very quickly, just remember there are lots more videos on our website of Candy's crafting inspirations at shine-tv.co.uk. There's the website address, so jump online because, well, thousands of you have already to see Candy's demonstrations.
Yep. Just go around. You can either go with a little file, you know, like you do nails with, or just put little foam pads on the back, and then this one we can stick straight on. Go on, you're on such a roll there, Derek.
Well, motorbikes now, that's a bit more complicated, isn't it? It's a bit
the
more...
principle's the same. I'm just trimming these little bits off.
Oh, it's at an angle, isn't it? I nearly had one wheel further than the other then.
Just pop another foam pad on that one.
Oh, you can slightly adjust them as well.
Yeah. I mean, if you had more time, you'd use silicone glue at home, and then you've got, because it's wet glue, you've got this sort of time scale, so you can move it around so it's totally correct.
Oh, this is like show and tell, isn't it? I love it.
It reminds you of being back in school, Derek.
It does, except there's no sandpit.
Oh, did you like playing on the sandpit?
I used to love the sandpit. That was my favourite bit. That was all of 3 years ago. I remember it well.
Let's pop these little bits off.
Okay.
And then we can pop the last one on.
And the last one.
There we go. Just fitted. There you go.
And the last one. Fantastic. And this is so simple. And you can where can you get the kits from?
Right, the cardstock I've used, the mirror card, pearlescent card, is all from Fred Aldous.
Okay.
And there's different packs available. We've put some details for that. And then the die-cut decoupage is crafting.co.uk.
Okay, superb. And look at the results that you get from it as well. You can see the way Candy's kind of layered it up. So we've got the two different looks there. We've got the train on the spring card there with its depth and dimension, and we've got the motorbike card there as well. They look fantastic. Candy, time's beaten us again. But we have another job for you in this programme. So
do you?
Don't say anything yet.
No,
let's have a look at what Candy used for today's wonderful card making. Let's have a little look.